Okay, so I get it. Equipment can get really expensive, especially if you're not really aware of certain things that you can do to kind of avoid specific costs. Now, what I want to do in this video is kind of go over a few pieces of gear that I like to have with me as a run and gun situation, and maybe you might be interested in maybe getting something like this, or you might already have it and you don't even know about it. Let's get to the video. Okay, so in this video, I want to go over 3 different categories, which is mounting, lighting, and audio. I know everyone's different and everyone has different types of budgets for them to spend for like pieces of gear. So each piece I'm going to show you kind of goes within like the low, mid, high range. And hopefully this helps you in like making a decision whether you want to purchase something now or maybe save it up for later. Also, if this is your first time here, my name is Luciano. I do photography and filmmaking stuff, and I interview other creatives. So yeah, if you're into that kind of content, feel free to hit that subscribe button below. And yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is mounting options. Now, this can get a little crazy. As far as mounting goes, there are a ton of different options out there. I'm going to show you a few of them that I have here. The first one is the Joby GorillaPod, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this everywhere. I mean, Casey Neistat uses it, a bunch of other people use it. This wasn't necessarily meant to be a piece of gear for vlogging, but it's been very useful. A lot of people use it. I use it too. You can mount your camera on this, and the fact that, you know, you can kind of literally tie it anywhere, and it has a strong grip. Now, granted, depending on which one you get, I know the new one has a stronger build, but some of these Joby GorillaPods, after a while, they kind of just like go flimsy, and then they start just to break and all that stuff like on you, start looking like really weird. So, you know, if you have an expensive camera and you have one that's, you know, fairly used as far as the grip goes, you might want to be careful because they might end up dropping. And also, if you have a heavy lens with a heavy body, depending on how you position this, you know, this can definitely topple over. But for the most part, this is a really cool, handy tool, especially in a run and gun situation. The next form of mounting I want to go over is actually goes on your hot shoe mount. And this little piece right here, for me, it's like super awesome. This is definitely useful, especially for like events. If you're in an event like a Sweet 16 or a wedding and you're trying to record audio and do lighting at the same time, like a little light also, which we'll get into in a little bit. This is super useful, and the cool thing about this is that it's fairly cheap. Now, the other piece of mounting gear I will also recommend is by Small Rig. They do a bunch of cages. Now, you don't necessarily have to use a full cage. They also have the half cages, which I think are actually super useful. Instead of having a full-blown cage for your camera, you can use half of the grip, you know, and it has that pinky grip as well, and also the hole so you can mount things to it. They're actually really affordable, and depending on your camera, the price changes, but definitely check out Small Rig. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can check it out. Next thing I want to go over is the lighting, which to me is super important along with audio. The first piece of light I want to go over is the SLB W60 from Godox. Now, I did post a previous video regarding this light. I'm going to leave it down below or in the card above. You guys can check it out at the end of the video. This light is super awesome. The cool thing about this light is that it's super portable. It has really good battery life. You can use this for portrait sessions, for product photography if you wanted to, but also YouTube videos and for videography work. Now, this is a little bit over $300. Now, if you're looking for a more budget-friendly version, there is a corded version, which I still find the same quality light. The only difference is that this version I have here is cordless and it's just a battery pack. The other version, you know, you need to be able to plug into an outlet or have extension cables and stuff like that. So that's just something you might want to think about when you're purchasing the light. If you want to know more about this specific light, I'll leave the link to the video down below. You guys can check it out. The next light I want to go over is super small, and it's actually right behind me. It's the Aperture M9. I've been using these little lights for the longest, and what's cool about these little lights is the fact that they are powerful. They last a pretty long time also, and they're good for accent lights. You can use this for product photography as well. Now check it out. So this is like the perfect scenario. So if you are using this little mount, you could totally use this and mount it on the actual plate, and you can use this as your key light or a little fill light. You know, if you're interviewing anyone, you know, you can totally use this. Aperture does have different versions that are out there already, the newer ones, which are totally cool and awesome. But like, you know, these are only like about 50 bucks, but this is, to me, this is like an awesome little investment, especially if you're doing videography work or you're at a wedding or in an event, and definitely you want to be able to have light with you on the go. Definitely check this out. The next thing I want to go over, which is also as important, is audio. And there are different ways to go about as far as audio recording. I mean, you have your phone, which, you know, that's the last resort that you have. It will give you some good audio if you're recording like voiceovers or an interview of some sort. But let's go over a few of them, actually. The Zoom H1 is really awesome. It's portable. It's actually fairly priced. It's cheap. It's not an expensive piece of gear, but it'll give you really good results. So one channel mic, you can put it on as a lav mic, or you can use the microphone here, you know, if you want some capture some environmental stuff, or you could definitely put like a microphone cover on it and use it as an interview mic. I haven't had any issues with this at all. I've been using it for a lot of my other videos as well. And yeah, it's been pretty awesome. It's definitely a piece of gear that you want to have in your bag, just in case like your other pieces of audio gear mess up for some reason. You have this to work with, and it definitely works. Now the last piece of audio gear I want to talk about, super important, because the guys over at Asden sent me this product. I've been using it for like a couple months already, and I've been meaning to do a video on it. It's just that it's been like trying to figure out the best way to do it, and I feel like this is the perfect time to do it. Definitely not sponsored video, just, you know, they just sent this to me so that I can talk about it and give you guys my review and my thoughts on it. This is the Asden Pro XR. This lav system is pretty awesome. What I like about this system is that it shoots kind of like 2 dummy signals so that there aren't any interferences. You have about 2 or 3 different ranges you can set this up to, so depending on how far you are, you might need to put some more output in it, and you could totally switch that in here. I actually used this also for a couple interviews I did as well for my church, and yeah, I mean, I haven't had any issues with it so far. I mean, the battery life is awesome, and there are some things that I would change as far as the battery. They used, I think, a USB micro. I think it's micro USB. Also, the antennas, I have to get a little used to it because I'm so used to seeing like the Rode wireless Go, but the fact that, you know, I think this is actually useful. So if you're far away, I mean, you wouldn't have any issues with this. And what I like about this is that, you know, you have options, you know, from power ranges and all that stuff, and they actually provide you also with the kit for your mobile phone, which is really awesome. So you're gonna get a lav mic, you're gonna get the attachments, you're gonna get the lav mic, you're gonna get the attachments that go with it. So I think that's really cool that they're offering a bunch of stuff, not just the system itself. Definitely, you guys want to check this out. I know there are other kind of lav systems that are coming out right now that are wireless, kind of like the wireless Go, but you might want to check this out because these are very useful and the range is awesome. I mean, over like 300 feet, it's crazy. Before I let you go, let me know in the comments below what kind of pieces of audio gear, video gear you guys are using that are small, compact, and used for an on-the-go situation. The other ideas you'd like to see in this channel, feel free to comment below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Yeah, I'm always down for new ideas and always down to trying new things. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think I always say pretty cool a lot. Do I say pretty cool? That and pumped. I don't know. I guess I'm pumped. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm always excited. Yeah, anyway.